Yes, people, I know you might be surprised. What is this? This is my review of Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan, Episode 1. I've been reading this manga for probably about a year now, maybe a little less than that, and I just couldn't wait when I heard that there was an anime announced. So, at the very least, I wanted to do a first impression of this series because I was just, dying to see how they were going to do this, how they were going to adapt it, how it was going to be paced, how it was going to look. And I gotta say that my jaw has dropped after watching this episode 1. This episode 1 blew my expectations out the water. They did a phenomenal job. Holy freaking shit is one of the best ways to put it after watching episode 1 of Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan. This right here was done justice so far. So basically, if you don't know about this series, pretty much a small synopsis is the world has been overcome by these giants called Titans, and basically humanity is just left now in this circle with this wall surrounding them so that they could keep the Titans out. For 100 years, the Titans haven't been active until now, when Giant One just busted a hole open and Titans just came in and just start eating people, and it's crazy. Now, let's talk about animation. This animation hands down tops anything I think I reviewed this year, last year. Like, this was just so beautiful. And the thing about it is the animation companies, one of them is a studio that I believe they're brand new, but they did a collaboration with Production IG. Production IG have done some very notable titles in the past. So it was a collaboration, and they did a freaking outstanding job on the animation. Like, I praise Hunter x Hunter's animation, the episodes Hunter x Hunter 2011, but this shit blows that out the water times 10. That's how freaking beautiful it is. The fluidity of the characters' movements when they're jumping, just everything. It was just freaking flawless. Animation, even better than 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5, 10 out of 5. That's how freaking good the animation is. Now, as far as the way it was paced, I was scared because with Magi and a couple other series like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I've been seeing that, anime lately has been doing this very, very fast pacing of the content, like, 5 chapters an episode. So I was really scared that we were going to breeze through this, but the pacing was actually very surprisingly well. I believe it was about a chapter and maybe a piece of chapter 2, which is very, very good. At the same time, the chapters are kind of long, so it's like you have a decent pacing, but it's nothing to complain about at all. Not slow, not too fast, just right. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Titan that fell on them, just randomly appeared. You would think that they would see a big-ass Titan like that. Dude is like the hugest thing, because after he does that, a bunch of ones come in, but they're nothing close to the size of that dude that just fell on top of the wall. So already you gotta have a little bit of suspicions. Obviously, I'm not throwing spoilers because I've only been caught up to the American releases of the manga, so you don't worry about it. I'm not spoiling anything. This is basically pure speculation from watching episode 1. There's something going on a little bit more to it, and I like that. Now, the main character, Eren, and his friend Mikasa, they have a weird relationship. They seem as though they're family, they're friends or whatever, and Eren just has this thing of like wanting to get to the outside world. He wants to get beyond this. He doesn't like feeling like a caged animal. He doesn't feel like humanity should live like this. So already we have some goals set up. We got a world set up. We just got so much good setup in episode 1, good pacing. Now, one complaint I would say I had about this episode was the end, and yes, there's going to be a little spoiler talk about the end of the episode, where Hane, I believe his name was, the soldier, he truly showed what it's like to be scared out of your fucking mind. Yes, he was scared out of his mind. He was like, I'm gonna save all 3 of you. I'm super dude. And then when he sees the Titan, fear overcomes that man's heart. And right there, I was just like, it's not towards the series, it was just towards that dude. Like, you let this kid down. That scene was so freaking sad when they're running away and they're crying, and the mother, like, at first she's like, yes, get away, but then she's like, it was just an emotional scene done very well, between the beautiful animation, the voice acting, the music, everything about it just freaking hit home. But I definitely gotta say that so far, the Hane character, I don't like him. He's a bitch. He's a pussy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's human. So, this is probably what most humans might do, because they'll be like, holy shit, this freaking crazy looking thing is looking at me, he's gonna eat me. So it's really just a toss up at the end of the day. What would you do if you were in that situation? Me personally, I think I'd rather try my best to get everyone out there, and if shit don't work out, then whatever. But I don't know, I just felt so disgusted with the fear that was in that man's heart when I've seen so many brave warriors in different anime and manga, not only the supernatural, just like so many different series. I've seen brave warriors, and to see that man cower in fear and take two children and leave that poor woman to get eaten and freaking alive, that shit felt like god damn, like that man, why would ugh. I mean, I guess he did the right thing, because if he couldn't have saved her, if he couldn't get her out the rubble in time, then yeah, maybe they all would have died. So he probably did the right thing in hindsight, but at the end of the day, it's just like the fear in that man's heart was real. Very real. Now, I can't remember because it's been a while since I've seen Volume 1, but it seems as though maybe it was cut down a bit on the graphic content, because when the mother is getting eaten alive, you see like a silhouette of it, and you see like blood splatter, but you don't really get to see it in depth. And I know in the manga it's very, very graphic. Like, you see them just chomping down on humans. So I don't know necessarily that's probably something that they're toning down a little bit, which is a shame, but at the end of the day, they got to do what they got to do. They got to keep the lights on. So I can't knock them for it, but yeah, I think that they're toning things down a little bit. So that's another small gripe I have. But overall, phenomenal episode. Best way to start off a series, with great pacing, great animation, just overall great adaptation thus far. 5 out of 5 for this one. Now, big question, because I know people are going to hit me up after this review. Should I continue reviewing this weekly? Because this was right now a special review. I don't know if I'm going to review this any further. I would love to review this, but I don't know how many people are going to care, and I don't want to sit here and waste my time. At the end of the day, I love talking about it, but if people aren't going to really care, or people don't want to see this, then maybe it's not the best thing to do, because I'm not going to waste people's time and whatnot. So let me know what you think. Should I review this? I love the manga so far, this episode 1. If it keeps going like this, with this pacing, this animation, this adaptation, it should be, smooth sailing. I just hope they don't tone down the graphic content of what goes on too much, because then, you won't be Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, one thing that I feel as though that makes it so crazy and gory is the fact that it has gore like that. You see them chewing on humans like they're candy, so can't wait to see where it's going. And I guess another big question is, what's up with that Titan, that giant-ass Titan randomly appearing there? Do you think there's something more to it, a mystery going on as well, a conspiracy? Comment section below, and your overall thoughts so far of this episode 1 of Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Thumbs up for this amazing episode 1. Amazing way to start this series. I've been dying to see it animated ever since I heard about it, and to see it come to life, I was just floored, blown away, floored and blown away, because this is the way you do an anime. You don't rush it. You don't do any of that. This is a proper adaptation, and hopefully it keeps getting better. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.